Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hopefully, you guys out there are having a great day. I know my day has not started yet, but so far, the first, the first 30 minutes, it's been great. Right now, it's around 6:30 a.m. Um, I woke up really early. I woke up at like 5:45. Tried to go back to bed, just couldn't go back to bed. So I was like, screw it. Let's get in here. I am busy today, but I'm busy with stuff that I'm like, I could, I'm getting like a 6 hour day in probably, 5 hour and a half, 6 hour day. So it's kind of like, I'm busy, but let's be real. I can get everything done. And if I don't, that would make me so upset. So it's kind of what I wanted to talk about today because I'm getting a one shot. This is going to be one shot, one 15-minute video. I'm not really going to go through my whole day and talk about what that's, what's happened or like in my day today. I've only been up like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to hop right into it. Let's do it. So first thing I wanted to talk about was, like I said, I'm ending my day short, only 6 hours because I have a friend, and this is very rare. If you know this, and if you know me, then you know I usually don't really have. I don't have a lot of friends, but this guy looks up to me a little bit as a mentor. And if you don't know who I am, by the way, I'm a 19-year-old entrepreneur, businessman who runs an e-commerce business selling beats to rappers. So, it's going well so far. It's going pretty good. Yesterday was I would say it was tough. It wasn't that crazy. It was a nice 10-hour day, which is pretty rare for me. So I'm like, it was clean, you know. Yeah, clean 10-hour day, and then I moved on to do some other stuff, and I spoke with my family a lot. We were hanging out, and it was very funny, very good time yesterday. Yesterday was awesome. Like that's the best way I could say. It was tough, but it was awesome. Um, Whereas something like today, where I can't get as much time because I have a friend coming over. Um, I don't think he'll be over long. Like I'm not gonna be chatting with him for a while. I'm not gonna be like, we're not hanging out for a while. It's only like a couple hours, and then because if you guys know, I love to spend time with my family. It's my number one thing, is spending time with my family. So any chance I can get to do that, I do it. I do it, and when I say any chance, I mean that. Any chance I can get, because it's so goddamn rare. It's so rare to have people like that actually not just believe in you, but believe more importantly in your ideas, right? Not just what worked out, not just what they think even will work out. It's trying to understand, and vice versa. Me trying to understand them. So yeah, so it's interesting to think that with the career that I've chosen, which is business, I can not just try to balance that, but I used to not really believe in work life balance. I just always thought, yeah, whatever, just keep working, and whatever, family and not family, I'll see them around. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And I think now, maybe because I'm older, that's one, and maybe because I'm older than from when I said that. Maybe in teenage years, I was just like being a teenager and just didn't want to see them, or maybe it was also because I was doing more of what I like to do. Whereas this, not to say I hate doing these videos for you, um, it's that some days I don't want to do it and I just do it anyway. Whereas when I was a teenager, it was far more based on there's a lot of impulse, a lot of urges, just done. I had an urge, just did it. That is just simply not how it works for me these days. It's just not, and I don't know what it would look like if it would. You know what I mean? Like, how would that be for me now? 2024 has been every single day. Pretty much. I've woken up early. I've done at least one thing to move me forward in my life in general. Like literally, not even like just business. And we're all business. Like I said, family, working out, right? Going for a walk, even that counts as a workout, and that vitamin D. So it's like, it's kind of a dream, to already be here. We're in February. I think it's February 6th. I think it's February 6th. So we're in February, and it's a hard time, I think, for a lot of people. February, I'm going to be totally honest. I think the winter in general can be a hard time for a lot of people. But, and I don't know if you guys saw, but the groundhog said it's going to be an early winter. Early spring. So there you go. I love spring. I used to love spring when I was younger, because spring to me was something. It resembled something. It resembled a new identity for the weather, right? And that's what it was for me. It was a new identity for the weather. That was my idea, and then I started to realize that spring doesn't really exist. It's just like cold and then warm. Spring is so like slow that I kind of just stopped seeing it. Where I was like, right. How do we know I'm even in spring? Because some spring days just feel like summer. And you're like, all right, we're in summer days. So it kind of throws me off a little bit when I think about it like that. But back to what I was saying, if I'm going to keep going, which I am, I got to make it. That was my whole idea. I got to make it. When I was younger, I had a hard time making a system. These days, it's been, fairly easy. I started the system worked. That's it. So what about this system was different than that one? Well, what was different was, and what's different is I've been having a lot of days where I can squeeze things in like this, like what I was talking about with my friend coming. It's like what's happening today. I can squeeze him in, and then achieve what I want, do what I want after. See what I'm saying? It's not one of those things where it's like end all be all. I'm screwed. No, you know what I mean? It's not that. What it is instead, or rather, it's me being someone that just does this, works with you guys, works on this YouTube channel, works on my podcast, I'm just the person that does these things. And that's the end of the story. So when I don't, cool, I just always end up coming back and doing it. And I've talked about this before, but it started with the working out. When I was younger, I worked out. I went through spurts of losing weight. So I would lose 17 pounds, which is a good amount of weight. I lost it. There's another hit that I had of working out where I was like a month straight. I lost another 10 pounds when I was like 14. And then when I was around 16, I lost 50 in like 6 months. It worked. Great, I did it. And then I gained it back a little bit. And I was like, so let me go back to working out. So I go back to working out, and it just never really clicked. Never had that click that when I had for 50 pounds because I don't have the same drive. When I was at my big weight, I didn't want to be looked at. I didn't want to be looked like that, not only by other people, but by me. So that's what drove me, was I don't want to be looked like that to myself. So then I got up, did it. That's it. But then I didn't mind the way I looked. So then I was like, damn, I can't work out because I don't want to. I don't mind the way I look. So how do I, but it's not great. You know what I mean? So how do I make this something real? I read Atomic Habits probably a year and a half later. And that was pretty life-changing because it accidentally created this workout that I do now every day. That's small, easy, like 20 minutes. I burn out with that workout in like 20 minutes. And like I said, it's easy. It's right there. That's what I mean by easy. It's not an easy workout to get done. I would say 90% of people, even like gym people I know, would have a hard time getting it done. But it's easy in practice. Like just picking up what you're picking up is not difficult. You're picking up your own body weight. That was my idea, to do body weight exercises. So I could be almost anywhere and get it done. Whereas with weights, I need the lat pull down machine. You know what I mean? It's like you're not always going to have that. At least for me, I don't do gym membership. I'm going to have to get in the car to go drive to the gym, to drive back. You know what I mean? For me, it just didn't sound desirable. I need something just right next to me where I could just go, sweat it out, go into the shower, done. You know what I mean? And do that every day rather than 3 times a week going to the gym, and it being out of my way. So then that's what I did with this. I need something that's not in my way. It's just out of the way of everything that's stopping me from being the person that I think I should be. And what are the things that was stopping me? I think movies. So it's kind of weird. Instead of actually putting myself out of the way of watching movies, instead I put movies in my way. I put it while I can only watch a movie while I work. If I'm watching by myself. If I'm watching a movie by myself, I can only watch it while I work. Okay, yeah, fine. For me, scrolling just doesn't exist anymore for me. At least in the first 8 hours of my day, I'm usually not scrolling. Especially now, focusing on the shorts I have to post, focusing on things like that, I'm always focused on another video. Scrolling has gone down, I'm assuming, by a lot. Right? So on all platforms, TikTok, I never really scrolled on TikTok, but TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, gone. Right? So the moral of the story here is, even though, I hang out with this friend 2 seconds, talk to him, right? Maybe he'll ask for some advice. Maybe we'll probably, he usually likes to do some of the theater that he does. So I give him some vocal advice. We talk it out a little bit, and it doesn't really affect my day. I still get my 6 hours in. And hour-wise, does it? Yeah. It doesn't affect my mental, rather. It's not that it doesn't affect my day. It doesn't affect my mental, because even if it affected my day really heavy, got me down to 1 hour, I could be upset with myself and be like, oh, no, I did 1 hour today, and then ignore it. Or I could say, listen, I got 1 hour today. Let's go back. Let's do 8. Let's go back. Let's do 10. Maybe even 12. Right? It's like, that's the mindset these days that I'm coming from. I don't want to just I don't want to ever be in despair to the level where I quit. I want to be in despair and always know that all I need to do is get those habits back. It's easy. It's not hard. I've done it before. I know I can. And honestly, if I can, or rather, if I have done it, then I can do it now. And I always used to call it like a lazy, I forgot about this. I used to call it like a lazy cycle, where I'd do something great for a certain amount of time, let's say a month, 19 days of like 10 hours straight, sick, and get a lot done. And then circle back with laziness and barely going in and doing some here and there, because I'm busy, and then come right back and get it done, and then be like, wait, this wasn't worth it. No, I'd rather do this instead because I'm not very good at this anymore. It's like, well, now I know I can't really produce, even though I've been doing it for months. Lazy. Oh, I kind of can produce, right? And it's like, but this represents like the 10 hours, the hot streak, and then I'm back to lazy. And it always happened like that for me. And honestly, these days, I don't want that lazy cycle ever again. If I'm lazy, let me be lazy for good. I'm done with the lazy cycle. I'm not hopping off the horse, hopping on. No, it's just my identity now. It's who I am. I'm the 19-year-old businessman who's started an e-commerce business selling beats. So what am I going to do? Sell beats. You know what I mean? What am I going to do? I'm just going to sell beats. What can I do? And when I narrowed it down that much, I honestly don't need that much. I've noticed that. All I need is my family, which honestly speaking, that is asking for a lot. My family, and a nice like meditation. Maybe we're doing something like I'm walking around the house. I don't even want like a movie. I want more of like a TV show. An hour TV show, and then a talk with one of my family members, any one of them, as I like walk around the house. It's a great cardio, by the way. If you ever want cardio, just like drop weight. Just walking around the house, and I like to walk backwards too for my knees, and that to me sounds like a great day. You know, obviously throw a workout in there too. It's like, that's all I really need after I work. But besides work, that's all I need is family, workout. That's it. Everything else is just a bonus. You know what I mean? Everything else is like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't need that. And sometimes family also feels like a bonus. You know what I mean? When the business gets tough, family starts feeling like the bonus. Like to thank God you're here. You know? All right, so I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go start my day officially. My SD card's running out, so I have to throw the SD card onto a hard drive. Or, you know, it's going to be a lot, but I hope you guys got something out of this video. I think you did. There's a lot of hidden gems in there. But if you enjoyed, you know I come out with these every single day, so tune in. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.